Hi, I'm David. Welcome to my channel, My Yard Sale. Hey, today I want to talk a little bit about glycation, some of the things that I've learned, and how I feel like it's actually affecting me and how it's probably affecting a lot of people, and they don't even know it. So, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a healthcare specialist. I'm just a guy that has time and just have an unquenchable thirst to try to figure out what the heck's going on with my body. So, this thing with glycation, it's the only thing that can explain what's happening to me. And I don't exactly know where the balance turns to make it where I'm at from where I was. I know that it obviously has been maybe even 20 years of diabetes, pre-diabetes, and then at some point this glycation thing kicks in. It makes it so that I have to be very careful of what I eat. Not that everybody doesn't, but if I eat too much sugar, and it's mostly just sugar, if I eat too much sugar, my body just stops working right. Like my legs don't work right, my hands don't work right, and like my arms don't work right. It's kind of like it feels like my bones need to snap from my shoulder all the way to the end of my fingers. And it's like when you try to stretch out your bones and you want to make them snap to give yourself a little bit of relief. Well, it's like that, except for in every bone, all the way down your entire arm. And probably in some cases, it's probably my legs too, but I walk around enough that it seems like my legs snap enough to give me the relief I need. So, this thing with glycation, when I look up glycation on the internet, when I look up glycation on YouTube or on pretty much anywhere I look, they're always talking about AGEs, advanced glycation endpoints. And and they always talk about the skin. And I can definitely see my skin when I eat some sugar, which I have eaten some sugar in the last couple of weeks. I can see my skin changes. I can feel my skin changing. I can look at the skin on my arm and see that it's much drier. It's not supple like it usually is, but I can actually see it. But they always talk about your skin and your skin aging. But then if you look a little bit deeper, they talk about sugars attaching to the proteins in your joints and your tendons and gumming up those joints and tendons, which is probably more of an explanation of what I'm experiencing, what I'm feeling. And again, yes, to be totally honest, I have added some sugar back into my life, which I had to stop eating sugar because it messed me up so bad that like I was having a hard time walking. And my fingers, my hands just stopped working right. Like trying to get under the 12 pounds of blankets that I have to get under where I live because it's cold. It's almost impossible when you can't feel your hands. It's very difficult. But this advanced glycation thing, it actually explains a lot of what I'm experiencing. And I've actually stopped eating sugar again. I'm only eating allulose, beef patties, cheese, and I'm eating some protein stuff or some plant protein stuff. Like I do eat a plant protein shake, which is pretty good protein. And I actually bought some peanut butter, and I bought some powdered creamer to potentially add to it. I'm not sure if I'm going to add it yet or not. Oh, and I bought powdered lemons because I wanted to get the vitamin C, and I'll be adding that in the next couple of days or so, making my shake. I want to show everybody this shaker that I bought because it's kind of interesting. So this shaker is the shaker that I bought, which is kind of nice because it's got a big wide mouth on it. So when I can eventually get the top off of it, which I can occasionally, I get like I'll get the strength and I can get the top off of it, and then I'll put it back on, and for some reason I don't have the strength again because of whatever I've eaten, and I can't get the top back off. But what's nice about this is this shaker is wide enough that I can put a whole cup, like I can fit a cup into the top of this thing, or a cup measurer. I can put a cup of protein powder into this cup without spilling it all over the place, which is kind of nice. And inside, there's a ball in here that when I shake it around, it shakes up the powder. Like they put a thing in the top of it where you can put the powder on top of it and it shakes out the clumps, makes it more powder. I don't use that though. I just put it all in here. I shake it up good, and then I drink it up. And I like this shaker. When I can get the top of it off of it, I like it much better. The nice part about this is it's got a nice seal, so when I close it and I seal it, I don't have to worry about it flying open and spilling my stuff all over the place, which is what happened with my last shaker. I was shaking it and the top came off. I still haven't found the top. Around here somewhere is a shaker top and probably a blob of pumpkin seeds and chocolate. So I don't know where it is. I got to find it somewhere. I was shaking it and it just flew off and flew away. And of course my eyesight is messed up, so I can't really see it. Anyways, so I'm eating a protein shake. I usually eat one a day. I'm using allulose to sweeten it because pea protein is not delicious. And even when you add cocoa and cinnamon, you add, even with allulose, it's not delicious, but the allulose makes it a little bit better. Even though I'd love to be able to put sugar in it, I just can't because the sugar just messes me up. Going back to again the glycation. Any sugar that I add to anything, even if I eat carbs, if I eat a cookie or a couple cookies, I'm okay with that. I can eat a cookie, I can eat a couple cookies, and it doesn't like wreck my metabolism. But if I add any sugar, like if I don't immediately get down on the ground and start doing push-ups or start lifting weights to try to work that sugar off, like somehow the sugar just shuts my system down. It makes my whole system like not work right. It makes my hands like not I can't clench right. I have no strength in my hands. It's very strange. If you guys know anything about glycation, do me a favor. Leave me a message below because I could really use some help trying to figure this out. But I think it is glycation. I think that's the problem I'm having. It's the only thing that explains it. When I eat only beef patties and cheese, I'm not affected as negatively as I am when I have anything with sugar in it. And of course, the more sugar, the worse I am. The less sugar, the better off I am. And like I said before, I can even eat some carbs with sugar in the carbs. Like if I want to eat a little treat or a cookie or something, I can actually eat that and it doesn't wreck me. But if I add sugar into any shake or just add pure sugar, it just totally wrecks me. And I know some of you folks felt like I should be able to add sugar, and I just can't. It messes me up. So I'm looking forward to, at some point this week, I'm going to try to get out to my kitchen. I'm going to make up a pot of turkey meat, some sweet potatoes, and some vegetables. And I'm kind of looking forward to making that and hopefully eating that for a couple days. This whole thing with my physical problems, it makes eating not impossible, but it makes eating extremely difficult. Like if I can't put it on a plate, put it in a microwave, and then get it to where I'm going to sit and eat it, it's extremely difficult. And my house is freezing cold right now, so I pretty much would sit right here and eat because this is where I'm sitting right next to a heater. I'm going to have a problem with the heat in my house. I've got this old house that I have two furnaces in my house, and neither one is working right. So I've got to have somebody come out and take a look at them because it is freezing cold right now. It was 4 degrees last night where I live, which, like, you're not going to put enough blankets on your bed to be warm in 4 degrees. At least I'm not. My Florida blood is not made for 4 degrees. I can do okay with it, but even I have an electric blanket on my bed, but even with that, I'm still cold because it's just so cold. I'm looking forward to the next couple days. We're supposed to spike up in the temperature a little bit. It's going to heat up a little bit. And hopefully it won't be quite so cold. But so now I'm heating my living areas in my house with electric heat, which isn't a horrible thing. I have a couple good heaters. It's just a pain in the ass. So yeah, it's gotten extremely cold where I live. And this whole glycation thing, I'm trying to figure it out. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a healthcare person. I'm just a guy that's made some horrible choices in life, and somehow now I'm suffering the consequences. Like, I don't know exactly where I went from pre-diabetes to diabetes to this whole metabolic wreck that I'm in now, which again I think is, like I said, the glycation, where I think that, like, I don't know, maybe if I eat just burger patties and cheese and I eat just that and that's all I eat, maybe some of this will clear up. And I'm actually going to be trying that. And I know I tried that before. It was just difficult for me just to eat burger patties. But I'm going to try to get back to eating just burger patties, cheese, and maybe a little bit of broccoli. Because I do need to eat some vegetables, maybe some beans. And of course, like I said, I have that turkey and sweet potatoes, so I'll be looking forward to making that in the next week or so. I just need to change my diet up a little bit. But I have to add, like, I know that my body doesn't require vegetables. I mean, I'm only trying to add protein, fat, and I'm not, and no carbs. I'm trying to stay away from carbs for the most part. But I'm trying to, the only protein that or the plant protein that I'm getting, or the only plant stuff that I'm eating is that shake. And I actually like that shake. That pea protein is like a really good shake. It tastes good. I enjoy it. And I feel like I get a good kick of protein from it. When I add, like I said, allulose to it, I can eat it much better. But, boy, I got to stay away from the sugar because the sugar's wrecking me. I almost had to stop putting so much cinnamon in it. And again, the cinnamon supposedly helps, supposedly I say, because I don't know, I'm not a doctor like I said, but cinnamon supposedly helps your body use insulin better. And I was hoping that adding this cinnamon to my shake would be good, but the cinnamon that I bought is Ceylon cinnamon, and it's so strong, if I use even more than a tiny little whisper of cinnamon, I almost can't even drink it. It's got too much of a bite. So I'm just trying to balance out my plant protein shake a little bit better. I had to stop using, I have flax seeds, but I had to stop using chia seeds because the chia, when I put the chia in there, maybe I put too much in, but it globs up, and it globs up my shaker. So even when I'm trying to shake the liquid around inside my shaker, and the chia seeds would glob up inside my shaker and make it so that the liquid wouldn't move around. Even with that big old ball inside of it moving things around, the chia seeds would block it up. So I think I'm going to stop using chia seeds. I'll just eat chia seeds like chia pudding whenever I feel like it. I like the chia because I know that it adds omega 3s, but I'm gonna try to figure out if I can eat some sardines. I've been watching people eat sardines on YouTube and stuff, and I think I can. I think I can do it. I just haven't been able to get myself to actually try it. At some point, I think I'm going to try them. Maybe in the next couple of weeks, I'll try sardines, and I'll let you guys know how much I either love them or hate them. I've eaten tuna in the past. Of course, I think we've all eaten tuna. I don't love tuna, but I don't hate tuna. And I felt like whenever I ate tuna, I always needed to eat it with a lot of mayo and grapes in it, or some stuff in it like celery, carrots. I needed to add all that into the tuna fish to be able to eat it, but I'm going to try to just eat sardines with salt. I think I have one in mustard, and I think I have one in hot sauce. So I'm going to try those in the next week or so and see if I hate sardines or if I love sardines. I'll let you guys know here. So outside of the freezing ass cold and a little bit of snow, problems I'm having with trying to manage the house, everything else, like, I'm still doing okay. I'm doing okay. Getting back to work is still been extremely difficult. I don't know if I don't know if these companies are going to start hiring again soon, or if they're hiring and I'm just not getting the opportunity. I just don't know. But I'm hoping to get back to work sometime soon. Even though I don't know if the condition that I'm in, I don't know how I'm going to even be able to work. And I watched a bunch of videos on Instagram and TikTok and other places where trying to get disability is not impossible, but it's extremely difficult, and it can take years to get it. And I, unfortunately, am not going to have years to be able to get through all this and figure it out. So I'm not sure what's going to happen to me. And if I have any more problems with the house, like, I don't know how I'm going to take care of that. I'm not sure what I'll do. I have a neighbor that's very helpful, and I'm thankful for his help. But he's just a neighbor, so I can't really expect anything. Anyways, I respond to all comments. If you have any comments about anything that I just said, do me a favor, put it below. I'd love to see it, and I respond to all comments. And if there's any comments that you think may help me, I would love to see it. Because trust me, I need all the help that I can get. Physically, I'm a wreck. I'm hoping that getting back to just eating burger patties and cheese will straighten me out. Because adding sugar, which I thought was the right thing to do, adding sugar back into my diet, that was a bad idea. That just wrecked me. And again, I think that it's that glycation thing. And I don't know how you go from prediabetes to diabetes to glycation and the metabolic issues with glycation. But I am 99% sure that what I'm experiencing is the glycation in my body. And it's not like I can just drink. I can drink more water. That's going to help, I think. And I think this powdered lemon stuff that I bought, I'll add that into my water. That's a lot of vitamin C. Hopefully vitamin C will help me. I mean, I don't know. But, yeah, this whole thing, glycation, has got me all confused. It's the only thing I can think of. Because it definitely has to do with what I'm eating. I can't not eat. I have to eat. I just have to be so careful eating. This plant protein thing seems to be actually helping me get by. As long as it's not unflavored. I'll tell you what I do have that I need to eat. I bought some plant protein nuggets. They're like chicken nuggets made out of plant protein. I'm going to try those out in the next couple of days. And I'll actually post them here and let everybody know how they are. Because I am hoping that they're delicious. They're not cheap, that's for sure. They looked good when I looked at the picture, but I don't know how they're going to taste. Anyways, I know this isn't a super exciting post, but if you enjoyed hearing what I had to say, do me a favor. Give me a thumbs up. If you're subscribed, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm going to post another post probably Sunday with a little bit, or in the next couple days, with a little bit more of a structure in the conversation. But this post, I just wanted to talk about this glycation thing, because I think that that's what I'm experiencing. That's the problem I'm having. It's the only thing that makes sense. It's like the only thing that adds up. I eat more sugar, and it makes the sugar like definitely gums up my joints, and I say gums up like what I mean by that, I have a friend that always asks me, well, what do you mean? What I mean by that is, like, if you have a bone in your body that you kind of need to snap a little bit to get like some relief, that's what this feels like, except for it's basically every bone and joint from my shoulder all the way down to the ends of my fingers. I would have to like literally snap every joint and bone to get the relief that I feel like I need. But I think this is glycation. I'm just not totally sure, because I wouldn't know. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a healthcare specialist. Anyways, hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great weekend. Thanks for watching and keeping along with me. Have a great rest of the day.